But, you know, spending the weekend looking at a few of these charts, I do think there's a few potential opportunities this week for me. So, all right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. By the way, we cover Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners quite a bit on this channel. So if you're interested in that content, please do us a favor. We're pushing for 5,000 subscribers. So please hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy this video, smash the like button. We're here to talk about all things investing. And today I wanted to go through Bitcoin, the Bitcoin miners, and it's a Sunday. So I wanted to talk about what happened on Friday as well. There was some volatility in the market and in Bitcoin. So I just wanted to do a quick catch up, and I'm going to try and keep it short because I have not been feeling well. So that's the reason I haven't done a video in a few days. But I wanted to get a video out so that I could let you guys know what my game plan was for this coming week. Now, as it turns out, as I started to do this video, all of a sudden Bitcoin has taken off. Since I started prepping for this video a few minutes ago, Bitcoin has kind of taken off on a little rally. Don't know if that's going to last or not, but we'll go through that. So that's what I want to hit in this video. Again, I am not feeling well, so I'm going to try to keep it reasonably short. So let's start with the Bitcoin chart right now. This is the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin. So I want to just go back right here. This is Friday morning. So these red candles right here were in the middle of the night, Friday morning. This is 6 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning. So you can see since about 4 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning, all the way through the whole weekend, you can see we've been trading in a very tight range here. Now, we just now in this 1 hour candle have broken out. All of a sudden, the candle we're in the middle of right now is almost 1,000 points. Way too soon to tell if that means anything, but obviously it's a good sign. It's better than it going the other way. So we'll check back in on the specifics of this chart before the video is over, but definitely it seems like a little bit of a breakout here Sunday afternoon. All right, having taken a quick look at the Bitcoin chart, I want to just go a little bit through what happened on Friday, because Friday was a half a trading day in the United States, and Thursday was Thanksgiving in the US, so the markets were closed. And Friday we had some massive volatility. So just to take a look at what happened Friday, the S&P 500 was down 2.27%, the Dow was down 2.53%, the NASDAQ was down 2.23%, and the Russell 2000 was down 3.67%. Those numbers might not sound big, but those are big moves to the downside for one day. Because remember, it was a half-day trading on Friday in the United States. So, a violent move downward on Friday. Bitcoin followed along. The Bitcoin miners followed along. So, everything was down on Friday. Friday was a bit of a bummer. I just want to show you this because this is something that I keep my eye on, and this was a remarkable reaction. This is the volatility index. So this measures the volatility of the S&P 500. It's called the VIX. You guys may be familiar with this. This thing was up almost 50% on Friday in one day. So that is a massive, massive move in volatility. So I don't know. Typically that would be, I mean, you can go back and see there's no... Yes, we've been higher than this number, but I don't remember a day where we jumped up 50% in one day. So Friday was a little bit disturbing, but I'm not making too much out of it yet, but I do want to keep my eye on this volatility index. If this keeps jumping, this could mean an overall downturn in the market in the short term. And I only mention that because the Bitcoin miners are stocks, and you know they get pulled along with this as well. The other thing I wanted to look at was the cryptocurrency fear and greed index. So I just wanted to go through. Today we're at 27, which is fear. Yesterday it got down to 21, which was extreme fear. Last week we were neutral. Last month, it doesn't say this on here. Last month it says 70, but I think we got up to 84 last month, which was, I think, into extreme greed. So we flipped from extreme greed to extreme fear in a very short period of time. That's reflected in what's happened with the price of Bitcoin. But having said that, typically when the fear and greed index is at its highest, that is one indicator that it's a good time to start buying and that we may be bottoming out. So again, that is one indicator. There's just too many indicators to rely on just one, but that is one of the ones that I look at, and it definitely seems to be signaling we're oversold. Okay, I want to go back and look at Bitcoin just one other way. This is the same chart, just on a different time frame. This is on the daily time frame. So I wanted to take a look. This was our all-time high right here on November 10th. This was when we got to $69,000. So from that time to our lows really, again, this morning, you know, we're down somewhere in the 22 to 23% neighborhood. So we've talked about this before on the channel. We've had a pullback like this before. So just in September, we had about a 24% pullback. So one of the lines that I have put on here that I'm hoping we stay above is this was our high on September 7th before we had our 25% correction. So we spent about 3 weeks going downward in a 25-ish% correction, and as soon as we crossed this line has held ever since. So this ran us all the way up to our new all-time high at 69,000. We basically did come down and almost bounce off of this line, but this has held. So this is a little under $53,000, and we held that all weekend long, and now we're up to 55,800. That's a $1,000 surge in the last hour as well. So to me, this is an important line because we'd like to see a continuation of this trend. We had a 25% pullback, then we jumped back up to that previous high, held above it ever since. Okay, so let's just take a minute and look at what happened to the Bitcoin miners on Friday. This is the board of what happened, and you will see that it is completely red. Some did worse than others. A few standouts was Bitfarms was down over 9%. Bit Digital was down 7.68%. Marathon and Riot were down about 6%. HIVE was down about 6%. So this was a tough day pretty much all the way around. Having said that, for this being the massive dip that we took coming into the day Friday, I was expecting things to be much worse. So not that that board was good, because it was not. It was all red, but I did think it was going to be a little worse than that. Some of these pullbacks puts a few of these stocks into a potential buying opportunity for me. So I wanted to go through a few of those. The first one I want to take a look at is Bitcoin. Also, I want to let you guys know that I did not buy anything on Friday. So like I said, I was expecting a bigger reaction to the downside. So none of these things got quite to where I thought they were going to based on Bitcoin's price action. So I did not buy anything. I did not sell anything on Friday. But, you know, spending the weekend looking at a few of these charts, I do think there's a few potential opportunities this week for me. So Bitfarms was down the most of all of the big miners on Friday. It was down 9.04%. So you'll see this is basically right here to here. This is the month of November for Bitfarms. So it pulled all the way back under both of our lines here, and back to where it was trading on the 4th and the 5th and the 6th of November. So, if I was just to draw a line right there, basically that has been support for the entire month of November. So if by chance we still happen to be in the low sevens, I would probably be looking to buy this. Now, this all depends on what happens to Bitcoin, because again, this is Sunday afternoon. We're in the middle of a surge. Right now, we just hit $56,000 for Bitcoin. So if it keeps heading up like that, we're probably not going to see these numbers. However, it's a long time between now and the opening bell, so we could retest our weekend lows between now and then. So from where Bitfarms closed on Friday to its recent high on November 10th, that's a 30% upside. So again, this is starting to get interesting for me. And again, I have to say this is not financial advice. This is how I'm looking at these charts. But for me, Bitfarms does not make sense in the low $7 range. So this is something I will consider and watch closely on Monday. Okay, next one is HIVE. This is very similar setup. This is November 1st, so this yellow line, just below this yellow line, if I put a line of support right here, we are at our November lows for HIVE blockchain. And again, this was down 6.31% on Friday, so very similar situation. From where we closed on Friday back to November 9th's all-time high, that's actually a 50% increase on HIVE. So a lot of potential upside there to me. This is looking interesting to me. So again, not financial advice, but I will be keeping my eye on HIVE. The key to all of these is, and again, I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know what's going to happen, but Bitcoin seems to be making a run right now. Just in the last hour, Bitcoin's up about $1,500, and it seems to be on a run. However, we'll see how long that lasts. We're going to have to wait until the opening bell to see where these things are at. All right, the other one I want to take a quick look at is Bit Digital. And I know I'm usually pretty hesitant to talk about this one because of its massive volatility, even versus Bitcoin and the other Bitcoin miners. However, this is looking interesting to me as well. We had a line here at about $9.50 that had represented support for the entire month of November, and mostly going all the way back to the entire month of October as well. Bit Digital has actually now, on Friday, it has broken out of this to the downside. So I'm going to wait and see what happens, because the next, the next real line of support is almost $2 down right here. I am not in any way expecting that to happen, but it has broken through a line of support, and so it'll be interesting to see if it can run right back up over this, and this was a Friday half-day anomaly, or if this is headed downward. So I'm keeping my eye on this one. Okay, so let's go back to the Bitcoin chart. So it's now at $56,349.67. So to put it in perspective, this 1 hour candle started at 54,900. So that's from its low to its high. This has been a $1,500 1 hour candle so far. So that is a significant break to the upside. If it can get above this 56.6 line, this is where things kind of broke down in the middle of the night on Friday. So we'll see what happens overnight. Maybe we can rally and get back up past this point. I do want to mention, this line of support at 53,724, this green line did hold all weekend, but we tested it once, twice, 2 times, 3 times. So, we don't know. We could go back and test this again before Monday morning. So hopefully not. Hopefully it's off to the races, but only time will tell. So again, apologize. I'm a little bit under the weather today, but I wanted to get a video out and get everybody updated before the week started. So hope everybody's having a great weekend, and we will see you in the next video.